Let's be clear from the jump. This is the moment when sin stopped whispering and started swinging. Adam and Eve had already learned the hard way that choices carry consequences. They were out of Eden, out of comfort, out of ease. Life wasn't a garden anymore. It was sweat, it was dirt, it was survival. Every sunrise felt heavier. Every meal had to be earned. Every mistake had a cost. Paradise didn't spoil them. It taught them what they lost. And every night, they remembered how one choice changed everything. How close God once was. How far they now lived. And into that new world came two sons. Cain, the firstborn, a farmer, dirt under his nails, strong back, worked the land the way his daddy taught him. Abel, the younger brother, a shepherd, quiet, observant, paid attention. Two brothers, same parents, same God, different hearts. Now both of them brought offerings. Cain brought crops, what he had, what grew from his labor. Abel brought the best of his flock, not leftovers, not good enough. The first, the finest. This wasn't about quantity, it was about posture. One brother said, "God, I honor you." The other said, "God, here." Same altar, different attitude. Heaven felt the difference, and God noticed, not because God plays favorites, but because God reads intention. Abel gave with reverence. Cain gave out of routine. One worshipped, the other checked a box. And Cain? Cain was hot. His face was twisted. His spirit was sour. Jealousy didn't just knock. It walked in, took a seat, and sat down. Because God always gives a warning before a fall, he pulled Cain aside. "Why are you so angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not, sin is crouching at your door. It devours you, but you must rule over it." That moment could have saved Cain. That was his off-ramp. The pause before the spiral. The chance to say, "Help me before I become something I can't undo." But pride is loud, and humility whispers. Cain chose the noise. That was mercy. That was God saying, "You don't have to become this." But Cain didn't listen. He didn't fix his heart. He didn't ask how he could do better. He asked Abel to come outside. "Let's talk in the field, brother." No witnesses, no warning. And in a moment that rewrote human history, Cain killed his brother. The first death in the Bible wasn't an accident. It was hate with legs. This wasn't a monster. This wasn't a demon. This was a brother. And that's what made it worse. The first blood spilled on earth came from a hand that knew the face it was striking. History remembers wars. God remembers this. And God came asking questions Cain didn't want to answer. "Where is your brother?" Cain said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" "Yes, yes, you were." The ground cried out. Justice showed up. Cain wasn't struck down. He was marked. Mercy and consequence walked side by side. Even here, God refused to abandon the broken. But Cain would never again stand in a field without remembering what he buried there. Cain learned what jealousy always teaches too late. It never travels alone. This wasn't just murder. This was the first time love lost to envy. And when sin isn't checked, it multiplies. This is the warning hidden in the story. God didn't reject Cain. Cain rejected correction. The issue was never the offering Cain gave. It was the heart behind it. God wasn't looking for perfection. He was looking for humility. The moment when envy whispers, "You deserve more." The moment when pride says, "They think they're better than you." The moment when anger asks, "Are you going to take that?" That's the door. Because the real tragedy of Cain is not only that he killed his brother, it's that he never believed he could become better than his anger. And when we forget that truth, we don't just lose peace, we lose ourselves. Next time on Messy Moments in the Bible, we're talking about a world so wild, God said, "I'm starting over." Noah's coming, and the flood. That was personal.
Messy Bible moment.